Here's all the stuff you need for your workbench upgrades. Until you have these, just prioritize these items always over everything else. Once you have your workbenches done, here's everything else you should loot. Grab anything yellow or magenta, as these are always valuable. Remember, magenta is pink. Obviously, pick up blueprints, nice green or blue mods, green or blue guns, blue augments, blue shields that you want to use, high-value trinkets if you need money. Here's all the best crafting materials. These are kind of sorted in like what you end up using the most and what's harder to find. Remember, this list fluctuates based on what you need right now, so just assess your own stash and then, order your items accordingly. Here's a loose tier list of all the best utility. Here's the best Celeste items. Again, these are sorted in order of like how hard they are to find and how often you use these pieces. You almost never use light gun parts for most of the guns in this game. Here's stuff that recycles or salvages into springs. Same for wires. Keep an eye out for these. Here's a few sample loadouts you can consider. Remember, tailor it to what you prefer. All right, I'm going to be going over 2 different kits that you'll be using a lot. Let's start with the early game budget kit. First of all, don't wait until you're in this screen to pick your kit. This is like the worst menu to do it in. You know why? Because you can't access your workshop from here. So you're going to go to workshop, hit tab, or whatever the inventory button is on your platform, and then you'll start with what you want. I want the looting Mark 1. Okay, so you hit, you go to the workshop, you hit tab again, now you have it. Do I have the shield? No, hit tab. Craft that, boom. All right, weapons. I want a Stitcher and a Pharaoh, so we're gonna hit tab, click Gunsmith. Craft that. Craft the Pharaoh. We want mods. Do we have the mods for this? Let's see. Put this on. All right, we want a light mag and all the other stuff for the Stitcher. It benefits a lot from mods. I'm gonna grab that. Always go for the compensator over the recoil one. The recoil one's useless on like almost every gun. Need a grip. There you go. Upgrade the Pharaoh. This makes it a lot better. You can upgrade it to 3 for pretty cheap. Ammo. I don't have enough ammo, so here you go. You go to workbench. Craft this. Let's say you don't have enough metal and you're hurting for money. You can go to Traders, Celeste. You can always buy more metal from her if you really need to. Alright, you go to Workshop. Hit tab. We got it, okay. Heavy ammo, we need more heavy ammo. Hit tab. Buy that. Perfect. And then quick use. Need more bandages, hit tab. Alright, we got that. Got shield rechargers. We want some smokes and impact grenades. Let's craft some. Boom, just like that. That's the early game kit. That's how you kit up pretty quickly, alright? Alright, let's go with an ordinary kit that I like to run a lot. I like to take looting Mark II a lot. You can take combat for the medium shield if you want, but honestly, I feel like I don't need the shield to win fights. Plus, most people are friendly in solos. Weapons, you can go with like a Berletta, Il Toro. I get an Il Toro 4 that I like a lot here. Anvil. Say you need a silencer. Where's it at? This. If you don't have the silencer, you hit tab. You go to Gunsmith, and then you craft it. Alright. Ammo. Bring plenty of ammo. Remember, some of this is going to go into the weapons once you load in. Alright, quick use. Herbals. Spare bandages down here. Shield rechargers. Smokes. Nades. Go to keys. Got the Raider hatch key. What else? Having a zip line is kind of nice. We'll bring 1 zip line. And I like to bring a blaze grenade in case I see a big arc that I want to hunt down. And I'll actually also bring impact nades, just in case I need more nades. Let's see, am I missing anything? If you're feeling nice, you can bring a defib, in case you like down a raider and you want to bring him up. And this is about it. This is kind of what I'm running most of my games. Here's some looting tips. Before starting a raid, assess what you need. Like, let's say you're low on metal or rubber parts. Focus that in-game. Let's say you're low on springs. That way you'll know what to grab. Just check before you go into raid. Grab items that recycle into basic crafting materials you're low on. Let's say you're low on metal. You can grab rusted tools or like bolts and stuff. They recycle down. Alloys, if you don't find enough metal, you can just grab alloys. A full stack of basic materials can be more valuable than 1 or 2 copies of like a green or blue recyclable, but it's a lot heavier usually, especially for metal, fabric, and chemicals. It's less weight efficient, but it's more slot efficient. So just keep that in mind if you're low on weight capacity. All right, here's some workshop and stash tips. First of all, repairing medium shields requires 1 arc circuitry and 1 battery. If you have a lot of batteries though, you can just recycle this and get your arc circuitry back. Now all of a sudden, all it costs is 4 batteries. See that? You already got the circuitry back, so it just costs 4 batteries to replace it. That might be better for you if you have a lot of batteries and not a lot of arc circuitry. Don't forget the merge stacks button. This will save you some room. I don't really keep arc power cells in the crafting materials. I like to keep these things, advanced arc power cell, because it takes up 1 slot, but you can get 2 slots worth of arc power cells here. Sell nearly all of your ammo and utility, especially stuff that you're not using a lot. White utility, you get rid of all that. You can just craft as you go. There's no need to have this take up space. Any green utility you're not using a lot, just sell that or recycle it. Any recyclables that you don't need for a workbench, just recycle it or sell it. Any crafting materials you have a lot of, you could always recycle it or break it down if you're not using it a lot. Remember, almost never do this with the highlighted items on the crafting pages, like the springs and simple gun parts and metal. You don't want to get rid of those. You want to have as much as you can. In the early game, try to at least have like 4 stacks of every basic material, especially metal and rubber. You want to have like 6 or more stacks of those if you can. You can have more down the line once your stash gets bigger. Don't forget, if there's something you're missing, you can always check Refiner or Celeste to see if she has it for you. That way you can craft what you need like right now. This is what you need to complete your expedition. Don't be in a rush to gather these, as the expedition window is every 8 weeks, so you have plenty of time. There you have it, guys. That's my looting, stash management, workshop, and rekitting guide. Sorry it took so long. Gathering all of this info and editing it into a dense video took me about 15 hours, so I hope it was helpful for you. I'd love to do this full time and bring you guys content more frequently, so if you want to see these more often, please drop a like and subscribe as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys topside.